I am over here in Riverside, California at PH Dogs with Bethany. All right, like I've said before, she's one of the best trainers I know, and in my opinion, one of the best trainers in the US. She's gonna give us some information on how to work with our pup and get them ready for vet visits.
So the main things that we're gonna work on with our puppy, the things that they're gonna have to do when they go to the vet is getting on a scale. So we need to make sure that our puppy is okay going up on things. If they can stay or do a sit, fantastic. If not, we just need to know them to know that surface is not going to hurt them. It's nothing that's scary. The next thing that we're going to work on is being restrained. So when they check over the puppy, they're usually going to check their eyes and their ears and their teeth and take temperature, check their heart. So most of the time when they're doing those things, the puppy is normally being held pretty tightly. The puppy is not usually just free on the table. So we're going to work on that. We're going to work on getting them comfortable being poked, and we're going to work on handling with their feet, ears, and tail for thermometer checks for temperature, and being picked up and put on something that's taller. So in case you have a smaller dog and they want to put them up on the table, we want the puppy to be comfortable being up on things. So the first thing that we're going to do is the scale. So we are going to use a little platform just to replicate it. If you're at home, you can also use a bath mat, a yoga mat, anything that's just a defined surface, and we're going to teach our puppy to get up. So let's grab some snacks. And the first thing that we're going to do is just get the dog on there. So we're going to just lure him. We'll see if he'll go on here. And I can just put some treats on there, let him just eat them off. And go ahead and walk him away. Oh, there you go. I'll reward him. He snuck a paw on there, so I'll definitely pay that. And go ahead and take him off.
Come on, Papa. Come on. Come on, come on, come on.
That's good. Okay, go ahead and bring him back. So you can see the puppy walked right on there that time. So the reason that we walk him away is just to be able to get another rep and to build a little bit of frustration and value of wanting to come here. Go ahead and take him off.
Come on, Papa.
Good. So see how he's kind of fighting to come back on here? So now I'm going to see if I can get a back paw on there. Good job. Good. Go ahead and take him off.
Come on, Papa. Come on.
Okay, go ahead and bring him back. Good. So then I'm going to reward when all 4 feet are on there. This is a very small scale. Good. Good. So I can practice the puppy just standing. I could also try to lure into a sit. He doesn't know that. So this is so small. I'm just going to work on all 4 feet being on here. So he came off. I'm just going to lure him off. Get him coming up from a better angle. I'm going to help him just by touching his foot. Good. Good. Reward, reward, reward when all feet are on there. So we're just building value for standing on something. I want him comfortable with me touching that back leg. So that way if he gets there to the vet and he's keeping a paw off or whatever and they have to help him, I don't want him to be freaked out by that.
So real quick, one of the things that I feel like a lot of pet parents do is they just pay with one treat. Mm-hmm. Like, what are your thoughts on that method when you're doing something like this?
So I want to build a lot of value. So I'm kind of doing a continuous reinforcement, treat, 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 treat the whole time that he's on there. So if he's on here, it's going to be raining treats. If he comes off, the treats stop. So it's his choice. Does he want to come on here for treats or does he not want treats? So like right now you can see he's kind of staying back. So I made it easier. I took a step back. Good, got another one on there. Good boy. So again, I'm going to treat, treat, treat for having all 4 feet on there.
Awesome.
So puppies are better at generalizing. So we're going to practice with some different surfaces. So I'm going to flip over a dog cot and we'll teach them to go on that too. So when I lure him off, no treats for coming off. So if I only teach him with the place board, when I go to the vet and it looks different, he's going to go, I know this, I don't know that. So I want to practice with different things.
So with the generalization, all right, one thing we got to keep in mind, it's not just when she's teaching him to get used to the scale. It's anything you ask them to do. If you ask them to sit, down, come, if you're changing the environment, it becomes much more difficult for them to be able to do that particular task in that new environment. So make sure that, you know, just like Bethany's talking about, you're changing things up and you're giving him different looks at it so he can tell, hey, this is all the same.
So you always, even when you're not training, you're always training. So like, I want to put this down. This is what I don't want to do. So go ahead and watch the puppy. So I could kind of carelessly bring this over and put it down and see how he moved away from it. Or I could have asked you to back up. So see how he's backing away from it? So you could have said, let's go.
Come on,
you
Papa.
kind of add space and then
There
I
we
can put
go.
it down and then you approach. So if you're not paying attention, I can make the puppy already scared of this. And I kind of did that on purpose so you could see. So even if you're not training, you're always training. So go ahead and let him come up. So again, to start, I can just put some treats on here. Try to get all 4 feet on there. And again, this is a larger area, so it's a little bit easier for him to have all his feet on there. Go ahead and take him off.
Come on, Papa, come on.
Good, go ahead and bring him back.
Boy.
And you can see he's pulling to come on here because this is where the treats happen. Once he's good with this side, go ahead and walk him away.
Come on, Papa, come on.
I'm gonna flip it over while he's away from it.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Okay, go ahead and bring him back.
Come on.
This puppy's been working for a while, so he's starting to be done. And if you notice, I kind of started progressively, I started the treat over to the left and then middle and then right to help encourage him to come up here. Again, I'm gonna treat while he's up here, and then you're gonna pull him off.
Come on, Papa.
And then we're gonna take it away. So we're gonna leave him wanting more. If we keep doing this until he's full and then he doesn't want to go on here anymore, we're not optimizing our training. So we're always gonna leave him wanting more. So again, the puppy comes on there. At first I can just toss some treats on whatever platform it is, and then I can ask for a paw up, and then 2 paws and 3 paws, 4 paws until the puppy's totally on there. If you need to go back a step, going back where you're just tossing it on there, there's no problem with that. It's always okay to go back to help your puppy if they need it. And then you're gonna end your lesson before they're bored, while they're still hungry, while they're still motivated. So that's us kind of teaching the puppy to get ready to be weighed. Then ideally you'd start adding less treats and kind of standing in front and have the puppy stay in that place for maybe 20, 15 seconds. Sometimes it takes a minute for them to zero out the scale. The puppy has to go on, you know, they didn't read it right, they want you to redo it. So my duration in that situation would probably be about 15, 20 seconds that I want my puppy to stay. At first, rewarding the whole time, just treat. The puppy goes off, no treats. They come back on, treat. And then I'm gonna start adding more duration between my treats. So I'll give him a treat, I'll wait 5 seconds. I'll give him another treat, wait 5 seconds, give another treat, and then I'll break him off. Just like I would be doing with the stay, I can do that until I can get the puppy to go on there for 20 seconds for 1 treat. That's my goal.
So one thing that I think some pet owners will do is they're gonna be applying leash pressure like while they're on there. So what are your thoughts on that?
If the puppy doesn't understand leash pressure, then the puppy's not ready for that yet.
A lot of times, even when he was eating, like I made sure that there was no pressure on his leash, right? So that we can associate that.
And again, I can teach my puppy that if I think my puppy is going to have a hard time once it really got there, if the environment was too scary, then I definitely want to teach my puppy that the pressure turns off when they go on there. But that's not something that I'm going to teach for the first time at a vet.
Awesome.
I'm going to do that at home. Once the puppy does that at home, maybe I'll do it in my front yard, in my backyard. I'll have people over and I'll do it. I'll have other strangers come around and stand near it because you're going to have a vet tech nearby while you're weighing your puppy. So I want to try to set my puppy where I'm doing as much homework at home, so that way when I go to the vet, my puppy's like, I know this. We do this at home all the time. This is nothing.
All right, guys. So that's exactly what we need. That's what you need to know to get your dog ready to go to the vet. And if you have any questions, make sure you drop them down in the comments. All right, and we'll make sure that we answer them.